everyone, I'm Joanne with Quiet Waters Farm and Craft. I'm going to be making a gnome ornament today. So one of the things that I love to make is gnomes. They are just so much fun and you can do so many different things with them. So I'm going to angle the camera down so we can get started. Oh, my little thing fell. I kind of broke my camera stick and I haven't went and got another one, so I kind of rigged this one up. Okay, so what we're gonna need is obviously a circled ornament, so just find the cheapest one. You know, a box of what, 6 or 8 that they come in. And then we're gonna need some little hair here. And they come in different kinds of colors, and this is actually, I can actually make 4 of these. I don't have a big one that I cut this in, but I cut these into 4s like this, and then I cut 4s again in this, and then 4s again in this to make just this little piece. And it's got like this little felt. It's kind of hard to explain, but to just keep cutting them into 4s. But that way I can use these for multiple things and get a bang for my buck. So I'm going to be using just this little black hair here. Now remember, when you cut, that you want to like move the hair back a little bit, and I'm going to show you that because I'm going to cut just the tips off here, and you just want to get your scissors really close to this fabric edge here, like move the hair out of the way, so that way you're not cutting a straight edge. And see, because if we would have cut all this, we would not have this extra hair to kind of linger around there. So and that's all that it does, is just that little piece there. And so then I'm going to cut this side also here. Just going to kind of get my thing in there, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It never ever is. And then I am using these little felt papers, or felt squares, whatever you want to call them, rectangles. You can pick these up for like 17 cents, I believe, at Walmart, or you can, I think they have them 25 cents, or maybe even cheaper at Hobby Lobby. But yeah, we need an ornament. So you know, you can get a 6-pack or 8-pack, and then if you're just going to focus on one color of hair. But like I said, they come in multiple colors. They come in like white and cream and like a grayish brown, and black. And I think there's another color too, I'm not real sure. And then what I did is I have these little pearl beads here, and I'm not using them, so I needed something for a nose. So you can go find different kinds of beads, or you could even use like a button if you wanted to, just so you have something circle. And what I did was I pretty much cut my felt square in half, and I'm going to be cutting more off of this one because I won't need all of this, but really you can only make 2 hats out of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we want to make sure that we're keeping the top here kind of centered with your felt paper, because we're going to attach some burlap string here to the top, because it's got to go up above the hat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that my triangle in this corner is going to be past the back here, because I want to cover up most of the bulb. So I'm just gonna put where I can set the bulb in there and I can see it go past. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this so I can kind of see where I'm at. Now you could either mark this with a pen if you want, or a marker. It's really up to you what you want to do. And there's lines right here on this side. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a line right here. Sorry, I didn't mean to use my middle finger, sorry. So I usually put my fingers right there on those lines, so that way those are not going to be anywhere near where I need it to be. So you want to kind of line it up with the top of your ornament right there. And then either you can take a piece of hot glue and just put up here, because we're going to end up trimming this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue and put a dab right here, so that way I know kind of where I need this to be. So And we can, my nose always runs when I videotape. I don't know why. Okay. So I'm off just a little bit, but that's okay because I can pull this right off and fix it. I need this to be in the center. I'm kind of OCD about this, so I've got to fix it. Okay, that's much better. Okay. So now that I have that, and I can kind of, once I pull this out, turn that. And these are little plastic, they're not even glass. So I think these are the shatterproof ones, I'm not even sure. I just got in my tote and tried to find a bulb. Okay. So once you make your little, your hat, we're going to take our bulb, make sure it's in there, and we're going to see where we're going to put this at. Now this is probably a really good spot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hair and I'm going to line it up with that, and I'm going to take my hat down. Now I'm going to actually go up a little bit higher because I want the hat to cover the hair on the sides. So once you figure out where you're going to put your hat, just take your hair up just a little bit farther. So that's where it's going to go. So I'm just going to lean this back right here so I don't lose my spot. And I'm just going to glue the back of the fabric of my hair. And then, ow, I just totally hot glued my finger. And it is really hot. Yeah. Okay, you burnt me. It's early in the morning and I'm already burning myself with the hot glue gun. Okay. Ah. Alright, so we're good so far. So I always just kind of weasel the hat back on here, make sure I'm good to go, and make sure I'm keeping the top of my bulb here. You want to make sure it's not leaning forward or going too far back. And I totally just undid that. That's okay. It's not going to hurt nothing. Alright. So once we figure out where we need that to be, and this is where it needs to be, what we're going to do is, oh, my nose is running. Oh, there it is. We're going to take our little bead. Now these have holes on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my fingers over those holes because I want to try to cover those up. And I'm going to make sure I put my dot of glue. And you want a good amount, and try not to burn yourself either. But we're going to put this right on our hair. And I'll show you what I'm doing right here in just a second. Let me get it on here. And voila, just like that. Now you might have to, if you don't put enough glue, you might have to set it on there and then pull it back a little bit and glue it some more just to where it's going to get all the way on that hair. And I have glue. Okay, get the glue off. I have so much little black hair on here. Alright, so let's set this back in here. And we need to cut our twine. And I just kind of do a rough estimate because I have so much of it. And I think that should work out really well. Alright, so before we glue on our hat, and I just totally unglued that, so that's alright. We're going to put our twine in here. Make a knot so we have a loop to hang it on our tree. Let's go one more time. Just like that. Okay. You're not going to see that, so just make sure. And you could even put a dot of glue there if you don't want that to ever come unwound. But basically, that is all we're going to do for that. Alright, now comes this time. So we're going to set our ball right here and figure out where we're going to stick this at. Okay. Alright, that looks like a good spot. So what we're going to do is, all I'm going to do is leave this open a little bit, and I'm going to put, yeah, I do have that centered. Okay. I'm just going to put some glue right here on the top of the nose so I can get my felt spot in there. I gotta do it at the same time because I don't want one side to be longer than the other one. Just like that. Yay. And I know this looks really, really crappy, but don't worry, we'll make it look beautiful. Okay, so we are centered from here to here, which is really, really good. So when you pop this guy up here, it's gonna have hair hanging out there, and you've got your little bulb under there. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to cut our felt. We'll cut halfway and then we'll put our rope down. But that's basically going to be waste, or I'll just use it for something else if I need it. So I'm gonna turn this here. And I'm doing this way backwards than what I normally do. Okay, but I need to hold that down. Alright, so we're just gonna cut this here. Try to cut a straight line. And my hand's getting stuck on the bulb. Okay, so we've cut pretty far. I'm gonna take that down so that way I can fix this. It's easier to do it from the top. I tried to have all this ready, but sometimes it just doesn't go as planned. And I'm gonna have to trim off a little bit more here. That guy back up there. Let's check this out here. Oh, it looks pretty good. Alright. Let's just get this cut off. There. Throw that off to the side. And so now we're going to glue this. I'm just going to go right on the inner line here, and I don't usually do the top because that's where my rope is going to be, or my twine. So I'm just going to pull these together really tight, and then I'll just inch my way down is what I'm going to do. And there we go. He's all set. And there we go. Yay, our cute little gnome. He's got his little. Now if you have, I have snowflakes somewhere. I bet I don't know where they are. I have like all my crafting stuff out. But you could put a snowflake on here. You could put a button on here. If you want to joust it up a little bit. I do have some glitter. I think I'm actually going to take like my Elmer's glue right here. Or I could take my hot glue gun and I might make a design. I don't know if we can. Let me find my glitter. I'm gonna pause and we're gonna find some glitter. Okay, and I found my snowflakes, so I'm gonna put a snowflake on there. Is what I'm gonna do. I think I might put one on each side. So add a little bit of glue, and I think we'll put it up here. I'm just gonna hold that down for a couple seconds, and there. I might add another one on that side, just to where there's a little bit of hold that down. Okay. Now the only other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to flip up this back flap here, because this is going to move around a little bit. And I'm just going to add some glue on the back of my ornament, and I'm going to kind of push it down because you can kind of, you don't want to glop it in there. You want to make sure that you're going to flatten it out so it doesn't stick out and look weird. Okay, here's our gnome. He looks quite festive. And that's it. I made, now if you want to do fabric, I made this little guy here too, out of a fabric quarter. They're like $1.47. It's a seasonal quarter that I got at Walmart because they had their Christmas stuff out. But I made this little guy here, and I just kind of like flared him out so he had a little mustache there. And then I ended up making the same guy but with brown hair and the bead there So he turned out really, really cute. So all in all, I think that these are cute little gifts. Now these would even be really cute to put on your Christmas presents to hand out for a gift for them to put on their tree for next year, or on a bag. These are just so adorable. If you have a work function that you're going to have a Christmas party, and you're trying to figure out what to give some of your associates, these would be great little gifts also. You know, you could have a tree right there in your lounge and then just have their name tag on here. That way they can find their gnome and take it home with them. So, you know, creative little fun ways is just so much fun for me. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you do, give you that thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I should be making more little fun gnomes. So I hope that you all have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.